necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful, what is it?
Wednesday
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I gotta tell you, what?
Good afternoon.
Oh, you changed it.
Yes.
I was going to.
But you didn't.
I forgot. You didn't put the bottom. Welcome to all our friends out in Radioland.
Radioland. Good morning to you, Mr. Radio.
Good morning.
Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Oh, he's such a chipper, Joe.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome.
Chipper. Isn't he chipper?
Welcome to our brunch hour at the Brooklyn Cafe Show live on WWNN 95.3 FM, 96.9 FM, 1470 AM. And for all of those that are waiting to call into the show today, 888-565-1470-1470. Say hello to Mr. Radio. Let us know how everyone's Wednesday is doing.
Now, what do you win when you call?
You win a free Brooklyn Cafe Show Bell and Wand keychain, the latest merch to our Merch Madness.
Merch Madness.
Merch Madness is in full swing. Our newsletter went out yesterday, so check out our website, brooklyncafe.tv. Coupon code is BC10. And for Freddie, who's wondering why it is BC10, it is 10% off. BC is your code, BC10. I know you did not understand that code.
I would have come up with something a little bit more pizzazzy.
You wanted simpler, so we got about as simple as we could.
Let me tell you something. There is nothing simpler about me. I got to tell you what I did yesterday.
What'd you do?
Yesterday, I decided to start my first revolt against Putin and the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Yes.
Spec, you got that queued up? So what I did was, I went in the back. I didn't realize that we had a bottle of Stoli's, which was my favorite vodka.
Yeah.
So you want to roll that? All right, let's roll that, and you can listen to it or see it on the screen.
What do you have to say?
Putin, here's for you, baby.
Wow, a beautiful shot of our kitchen, pouring the Stoli down the drain.
Down the drain. That's right.
Wow.
And I did that because yesterday I went to get gas at Costco, and I paid $70 for a full tank. And I told you what happened. You still don't believe me.
No, I do believe you.
A guy jumped in the back of his pickup, and he started screaming, "This is the way we help the Ukraine. You know, don't worry about the price at the pump." And everybody started to applaud. I applauded too. So I just wanted to send that message because, you know, I just think that in today's times, what's going on is just hurtful, ridiculous, and just an abomination.
All the way around.
So no more Stoli's for me. I'm done. I'm going to go USA made.
Lost Harbor.
Lost Harbor vodka. Female made here in Florida. Only female distillery in Florida.
Correct.
And we had that beautiful segment you put together yesterday about Women Empowerment, National Women's Day.
It's a great show yesterday. And yes, Summer Peep is the owner, founder, CEO, creator of Lost Harbor Distillery, Palm Beach Distillery. She is located right here in Palm Beach County. She's got regular vodka, Capistar, which happens to be my favorite, which is a vanilla caramel infused vodka. She also has rum and gin, and it is all available at Total Wine and Spirit. Women owned, women produced, women run, USA made, and made in Florida. So always support local, always support women, and it happens to be delicious.
We want to send a case of the vodka up to the White House, to President Biden.
Okay.
It's going to we're going to slap the Made in USA, female done, so that he can get it, because we are hearing the voice, and I think it's important. Now, it was brought to our attention today that it's National Panic. Slick, you got that queued up?
National Panic Day, everyone.
So I want to get all this laundry out the way.
Let's do it. National Panic Day. He's
Cue it up.
thinking.
Don't think, Slick. Just
He's
do.
panicking. Don't panic.
Just do. Don't think. You got it? Well, he didn't put the voice on that, but I guess that works too.
Nathan, it's National Panic Day.
And wait, if you didn't hear it again, one more time, Slick.
Nathan, it's National Panic Day.
Now that is the best example of National Panic Day.
We've got Dr. Hillary Taylor of Dr. Taylor's Holistic Community, drthc.net. You can find out information. She joined us for a great show last night on WWNN on Tell Us Your Biz. We talked about, are you happy as you transition into this next stage in life? So that was a great show. She's joining us today on National Panic Day. We've got Nicole Campo of Coley's Crumbs bringing us what's for lunch on our brunch hour today. Steve Gubb will join us on our 1 o'clock hour along with Amy Reshevsky and artist Rosie Sherman as we continue on Women in the Arts segment. So a lot of great things happening
And you
today.
know what I learned since I met this lady? You know what I've learned to eat?
What?
Cucumbers.
I have to tell you, you have made a huge impact, positive impact on his life, Nicole. Just grab your mic.
I have never had a cucumber in my life.
But I was actually, when I was driving here, thinking about that because I'm bringing you something new today, and I'm thinking like, am I gonna like blow his mind today with what I'm bringing? 'Cause
Probably.
the no cucumber thing ever since the last time I was
But
here.
even my kids said to me, "You're eating what? Cucumbers." They never see me eat a cucumber because I don't even sniff them. So now I put cucumber, tomato in my Caesar. Watch out now. With a little
Watch
bit of
out
sprinkle
now.
of
There
that.
you go.
With your stuff, you
Yeah.
sprinkle. I'll tell you something.
Look at you, you're drinking water, eating cucumbers. It's a whole new
jumped
side of
off of-
Freddie.
I've never had a cucumber in my life till I met her.
And the secret is
Oh, you got to taste how she does stuff. The secret is it was delivered deliciously. True?
See?
True.
All
I'm proud of
kidding aside,
you.
all
I'm proud
kidding
of you
aside.
for being open-minded.
I always
And
say, eat
I
with
could
your
not
eyes, yeah.
believe that a cucumber tasted so freaking good.
Yeah.
So when I went home, I met Linda bring a cucumber and she cut it up. And I didn't put stuff on it the way
Yeah,
you did.
yeah.
And I tried. I said, this isn't bad. I can eat this.
You can eat this.
Wow.
I know.
What the hell was I missing? What am I missing?
I don't know, but
Pickles?
it's a nice new side. Do you know I was
you
watching
pickles?
something the other day that pickles were considered a crime because, and it's the craziest thing, pickles were considered a crime that it was a bad cucumber. And then they had this test to find out if the pickle was really bad or it was not so bad. You would throw it out a window to see if it bounced. And if it bounced, it was still okay to eat. If it just laid on the ground because it was so heavy and saturated with whatever you pickle it in, then you cannot
What country was this?
consume. United States, back in the day.
This
You could then
portion of the show
consume
brought
the
to you
pickle.
by It's Okay to Panic today. And
Don't eat a
every
pickle.
psychiatrist in the world would like
This
to
was
chime in.
an actual thing. Can you believe
No, I
eating
cannot
a
believe
pickle?
that. I
A
can't.
pickle was considered
Crime.
bad. Like you would go to jail if you served a bad cucumber, which was pickled,
Do not,
Oh, how things
do
have
not
changed.
do not move too quickly.
Right?
which is why I don't
You
cook.
ladies have heard of that?
Which is why I
Have
leave
you
the
ever heard
cooking
of
to
that?
I
Nicole.
have not heard of that, no.
And Nicole is a chef,
I know.
and she's never heard of it.
We have to see what's for lunch today at the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Yes.
Slick, do we know what's for lunch? He doesn't know. He's going to think about it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to find out
You're going
what's
too much at him.
for lunch today at the cafe. We're going to find out what we can do for National Panic Day and more to come. We've got a special drink as we get ready for St. Patrick's Day, a little
is he
bit
gonna
of
be on today?
Irish cream today.
He's going to be on today?
He's going to be joining us for our brunch drinks. We've got lunch, drink, panic. It sounds like a perfect day to break the bias for National Women's History Month. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Have you been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donuts. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. Inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s, these artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit GubbaRum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We should be encouraging hiding behind the concept of it being unconscious anymore. I'd like to change that.
So the way that you think today, there is inherently bias within that thinking. So to take the opportunity to think about how you could evolve that into a better way of thinking that's going to open up your thinking to think more broadly about people, about things, and about opportunities.
Would be just that initial judgment when you see someone for the first time, whether it's based on the color of their skin, their age, their height, their weight, whatever it is, what car they're driving.
I'd like to break all stereotypes.
As a father of 4 daughters, I'm really excited about the opportunity to create meaningful opportunities at every level within technology for women.
I want to break the bias that women can do exactly what men can do in their professional careers, and sometimes even better. Break the bias.
Women always
Mug and just stand it up in the mug.
Yep. We've done that
Perfect.
in
We're
the
going to
past.
figure that out. There's mugs in the back. Put the mic in the mug, and it stands up on its own. This segment of the show brought to you by What's for Lunch, as Steve Gubb would say. I dropped my pen. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Brunch Show. I think we're on autopilot as we watch half of our crew walk around. But a lot.
There's a lot of movement in here.
What I love is,
where's he
what I love is that we're live. He's looking for his mic stand, and for some reason he thinks it's against the
Why
garage
would it
door.
be against the garage door? She moved it over here. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Give
Thank
us
you
a
for
call,
listening. All right, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go on
888-565, yes, 1470. We've got Nicole Campo, creator of Coley's Crumbs, which is a gluten-free, preservative-free breadcrumb, as well as gluten-free, delicious bread. So she brought us some more bread, she brought us some more breadcrumbs, and we're gonna see, Alana, what's for lunch today.
We get an intro. Porn music on a plate.
In my box, you put it behind GarageBand. Of course, I'm not gonna.
That was her.
I guarantee you,
That was
Freddie did not
impossible.
clean that up.
That was her.
That is 100% true.
So we're just setting up the mic here.
So we've
Now,
got-
I got to ask a couple
Yes.
of questions.
Go
You're
ahead.
going to be doing some of the things today. Does the breadcrumbs have carbs? I mean, all breadcrumbs have carbs, right?
They have carbs.
And because it's gluten-free does not mean it doesn't have carbs.
Correct. So the bread, essentially the breadcrumbs are made with white rice flour and tapioca flour. So they are carb. They're not keto. They're not paleo or anything like that. But they are organic, preservative-free, kosher, all of that stuff. So it's a little bit healthier for you, and it just tastes great.
So white rice flour instead of white all-purpose flour.
Correct.
Totally different type of flour.
Right.
Because the other one makes me sneeze.
Correct.
So I'm allergic to wheat flour. They laugh. I can't stop. I start sneezing.
It's not on, Slick.
All right, we got this.
I really wish we had a camera running around the studio
But
to
this
see what
doesn't
they're
work
doing.
because it's on the side of her face.
Well, they're going to move it back to where it was because it
All right,
was
let's
not
see what
on.
happens.
All
Let's see
right,
what
Nicole, let's see what we
All
got
right.
for lunch today.
Hello, everybody. So I'm back, and today I'm going to step it up a notch. I know the last time I was here, I made a salad, no bake anything. You were just chopping everything, sprinkling the Coley's crumbs on top, and calling it a day. Well, today I'm going to make you a crostini with Coley's crumbs Italian bread. So all I've done here, and Dawn, you know it's super easy to
So
bake
easy.
off Coley's crumbs bread. You just put it on a foil-lined baking sheet, put it in the oven at 400 for 45 minutes, and you're totally good to go. And then you have I washed my hands, a loaf of bread just like this coming out of the oven, and you could do whatever you like with it. Sandwiches, making crostini with it, anything your heart desires. So the way that I like to toast up my crostini is putting it in a pan with butter, but if you don't have time to do that, you can put it on a baking sheet drizzled with olive oil, salt and pepper, stick it in the oven, 350 for 15 to 20 minutes until it becomes like that toasty, crunchy toast that you like. So today, like I said, I'm making crostini. I've already toasted up my Coley's Crumbs Italian bread, and what I'm going to put on top is whipped goat cheese with a little bit of lemon zest on it.
Sounds delicious.
Fig jam, some crumpled bacon, a little bit more of the lemon zest, and parsley on top.
Oh my gosh.
Now, let me ask.
Yes.
You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12
Mm-hmm.
off of that one loaf?
Yeah.
You get 12 pieces off of one loaf?
Yes.
That's not bad.
Well, and the ends that I didn't put in here, but yeah.
You always got to put the ends.
Yeah.
It ain't
I
the
ate
same
those
without
as
the
I was
ends.
doing this morning.
All right, guys, let's ISO Nicole so we can see her make this deliciousness.
Okay, so just a little bit of whipped goat cheese. Now, again, you could do this with whatever you like, excuse me. If you don't like goat cheese, you can find that cream cheese works here. You can get that Boursin cheese. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but it's that garlic and herb cheese. They
I don't
make
think
all
you can
different
find
kind
it
of
right
flavors.
now.
I'm sorry?
You can't
Cream
find it?
cheese is in scarcity.
Cream cheese is very scarce. If you can't find that, you could definitely use mascarpone cheese, any type of like soft cheese that you could just slather on to the piece of bread.
Now, what you putting on there?
This is goat cheese.
Do you like
love
goat
it,
cheese?
The goat cheese. Oh my God.
Okay,
I had a
so
Greek
all I
salad
do,
last
yep. And then I just zested in some lemon zest, so it's going to give you that fresh lemony flavor. I'm gonna put on just a little dab of the fig jam. Now this you can find in all of your grocery stores. This is like such a great jam consistency. It's a little sweet, not too sweet, because I'm not a huge fan of like too sweet. But again, this is gonna give you this great flavor. It's like an adult peanut butter and jelly almost, you
Oh
know,
my
you
gosh.
have like the.
It's like addictive.
Yeah.
But
you have-
healthy.
And healthy, yes. And
Do you eat like this all the time? I mean,
I do.
You
Even
do?
her
I
kids
do.
eat this.
Oh my
And then she's putting
God.
bacon bits on it. Who would think
Yes,
of that?
and now I'm putting the smoky bacon. I'm
Are
a
you
huge
serious?
fan of having all of the elements when you eat. It's got to look good, you know that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have tried cucumber. And, you know, it's got to taste good, but visually, like I said before, you eat with your eyes first. If it's not looking good, most likely you're not going to try it. So here we go. A little bit of parsley, just to give it another fresh bite. And then we're just gonna zest a little bit more lemon zest. And this is totally versatile. You can use whatever you like, whatever your favorite flavors are. Change it up. It doesn't have to be this. Like I've done this for a party at home just to put out, you know, like a charcuterie board. I added this to my charcuterie board, except I did actual peanut butter and jelly. And this went quicker than, you know, the shrimp hors d'oeuvres or
You
any
put
other
peanut
hors
butter
d'oeuvres.
and jelly in your charcuterie board?
Yes.
Wow.
You'll be surprised.
like
That
a-
goes like
Wow.
crazy. Yes.
When your husband wakes up to you in the morning, does he say, "What are you cooking?" What are you
Yes.
cooking?
You know,
He
Nick,
does.
He
right?
does.
Nick,
He
she's
has-
feeding the whole department.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feed the whole department?
Yes.
Yes, she
can
does.
imagine.
Yes.
What's your
Yes.
wife cooking?
City of Boca is fed very well.
But
This
it's
is unbelievable.
It's funny because, you know, I like tell him all the time, I'm like, okay, what's the menu for today? And it's no joke because he'll come up with like his own stuff and I'll be like, all right, so I'll see you when you get home. Dinner will be ready, you know.
Wow.
So he's creative.
He's getting more and more creative, yeah,
I can
as
see
time goes
why.
by.
This
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
You want to
So-
taste it for us? You want to be our taster, Hillary? No?
No.
Okay.
Why?
That's totally
And
fine.
I guess I get to be the
I'm
taster.
gonna keep
I'm
on.
tasting.
Keep
Oh,
on.
yeah?
What are you kidding?
I'll taste it off camera.
Okay.
Well, Freddie and I,
taste
then
it
we get to...
on, or I
Let
really
me
don't-
just
I'll
make
taste
another
it.
one and I'll bring it over
All
to
right, so
you.
we need to find out, we need to tell everyone
just caught me off guard.
where,
No, that's totally fine.
where we can get Coley's Crumbs.
So Coley's Crumbs, you can go to NicoleCampo.com. You can message me there. I am only doing local deliveries and pickup for now. You can also find me on Nicole Campo on my Instagram and Facebook pages. You can DM me there. You can buy Coley's Crumbs off of my website, and I do ship those nationwide. So yeah, so we are.
And the bread, I
It's
can
really
even make the bread.
beautiful.
I've even baked
Thank you.
the bread here in studio before
Yeah.
we did a segment.
She did.
Right? And you,
Yeah, yeah.
and it came out delicious.
Thank you.
My hands
Because
are
it's
clean,
got
I
this
just washed
crunch
them.
on the outside, but this nice, soft,
Thank you.
sweet, doughy
Enjoy.
texture on the inside. And it's easy, it's gluten-free.
So if somebody wanted to buy a loaf, you just deliver one loaf, or is there a minimum?
I will deliver as many as you would like.
But don't just get one loaf, I'm telling you. You got to at least have
It
multiple
keeps
loaves.
well in the freezer. I promise you, if you get the frozen
Well-
loaf, it'll last for a year in the freezer. We've done all the testing on that. Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
pick up your mic. Let's get an honest taste test from Dr. Taylor. Is your mic on?
So,
Is it you see
I
green
think
light?
so.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So I have, I come from the school of thought that if it tastes good, it's bad for you. And it's very difficult for me to process the fact that this might not be horrible for me and it tastes amazing and I could eat probably a loaf
oh.
by myself.
I've done
A
that.
loaf.
I've done that
A whole
before.
loaf?
A whole loaf. But
That's a
that's
good
you know, finding balance. So
there,
maybe
done
that. Finding
not,
balance.
maybe
Been there, done that.
not
It's
doing
totally
that.
okay.
But
Everything
you
in
swim
moderation,
in the
right?
deep end of the pool
It
to
is-
find a balance?
It is delicious.
Thank
It
you.
is delicious.
Thank you very much. I
And
really
it is
appreciate
good for you because it's goat cheese, which is great dairy for you.
Yeah.
Right?
You got parsley, you got lemon zest.
Yeah.
Bacon,
Bacon
and it
and
smells like I can smell the fresh lemon zest.
Yeah.
She even brought the parsley here. So this isn't even like the dried stuff I get in a plastic container. She brought the real.
Yes, no, everything is fresh. And
Fresh.
you see
Fresh,
how
beautiful.
quick it is to just put together. You know, if you're having company and you need something in a pinch like this, you could totally do this and use whatever, like I said, you have available to you in your fridge. It doesn't have to be this concoction together. You could do whatever. You can make it vegetarian. You don't have to put bacon on it. You know, you could just do the fig jam with some fruit on it, or, you know, and anything your heart desires.
What I love is when she says use what's in your refrigerator. That's assuming we have all of these. I actually went and bought the salad dressing that she recommended, thinking I could recreate the salad
How
that we're
was it?
teasing you. Not even close.
Oh, no.
I had the Coley's crumbs. I had the salad dressing, but I had too many choices. And not even close to the salad you made. And I don't know what I did. I even tried to buy the right lettuce.
Oh, yeah. Did you like that green leaf lettuce?
But I guess I bought the wrong one. I bought butter, green leaf. I don't
She
know.
bought butter lettuce, which is not the same
Green
thing.
leaf
Just 'cause
lettuce.
it's green, don't make it green leaf.
But it didn't have the same, maybe it's because you made it, I don't know. It did not have the same texture consistency.
Now, what I would like to do with her is I would like to have a table and have 5 contestants and let her pick ingredients that they have to make
That would be
something.
fun.
I think we should do it for St. Patrick's Day.
I think we should. Now, there's 2 ways of doing that. If we bring in the farmers market people, you can have little bins so they have to pick the elements. Or she can give them a recipe that they have to follow and see who wins.
You want to do like our version of Chopped?
Yes.
You've been cafe'd?
Yes, but it can't be
that's a
cooked
great idea,
because
yeah.
you can't.
You've
that was
been
good.
cafe'd. Thank
We
you.
can't cook because we don't have a cooking facility, but we can make it like what she's doing right now and see
Yeah,
who wins. I think that'll be a trip.
I think it's a great idea.
You've been cafe'd? Is that what
That
you-
combination.
What?
That combination.
You ready
of
for it to go in
things.
again? Now,
How can
Alana,
you
would
bring
you
me
eat
the
any
loaf?
of these things? Would you eat any of these
A loaf.
ingredients? Yes, I would. You, oh, wow. Again, you're a 2 for 2. Picky eater approved.
I like that. I like that. If it's visually appealing, I'm telling you, you will try it. I have 2 kids at home, you guys know, and if they're not looking at it and loving it, chances are they're not going to eat it.
Well, you've given your bread out to different bakeries and different delis around town.
Thank
We gave it out to
you.
Big T's. Everyone is always looking for a gluten-free option with good gluten-free bread.
That tastes good.
That tastes good, and it's not always easy to find good, I guess, to different consumers. I eat things that maybe not always taste so good, but it's on the healthier side. But when people want a sandwich, today is also National Meatball Day. You want a
Ooh.
sandwich on some really good bread. Imagine this, like a nice meatball sub made
I
with
can see
Coley's
it
crumbs.
right there. What do
Right?
you put in your meatballs?
Have you ever used that for a sub?
I have, and actually, I was just going to say, if you go on to my Instagram, there is a video on there that I did with the meatballs. I cut the bread in half, I stuffed it with the meatballs, put burrata, mozzarella on top, and baked it in the oven.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh,
loaf.
wow.
I'm in.
Yep.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty good.
I tell you, if you have kids that are finicky eaters, she can create something where they won't be finicky at all because she makes eating fun.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's the
and that's
police
the other
department.
thing. That's the other thing,
Eating
to
should be
include your
fun.
kids, you know,
It's true that.
absolutely. They will eat it. If they're making it, they're going to want to try it.
I like it. Picky eater approved. Okay, we're
Picky
going to
eater-
take a commercial
eater
break. We
approved.
get to try it. When we come back, we've got Dr. Hillary joining us, and then we've got Steve Gubb coming in about 10 minutes. So let's take a quick commercial break. Check it out, NicoleCampo.com. NICHOLE, Campo.com. You can find Coley's Crumbs. You can also find Coley's Crumbs at your local stores here.
Oh, yes, at Joseph's, The Boys, and Doris's Market.
Joseph the
Oh,
Boys
you
and
were at
Doris's
the boys?
Market.
I live right down the street from the boys. Okay.
And
Going
for a
right
loaf
there.
of her gluten-free bread, just message her and she will deliver it anywhere in our area. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
Coming to a theater near you, a new musical you won't want to miss. Mario Lanza, His Life, His Song, celebrating the life of renowned tenor and movie star Mario Lanza. Starring tenor Ian Michael as Mario Lanza with soprano Maria Kesselman. Watch these award-winning operatic singers in a sensational theatrical evening of music, laughter, and drama. With 7 shows throughout London, don't miss your chance to see this spectacular performance in person, beginning March 24th through May 15th, or catch it on the Brooklyn Cafe's live stream on April 14th. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit MarioLanzaMusical.com.
Breathing through my troubles, trying to be smart, living with another.
another. Passion in my heart. Partners come and go. Always with a twirl.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
Dancing for my life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Hilary Taylor at drthc.net. I have my doctorate in clinical psychology and now practice as a certified life coach. At Dr. Taylor's Holistic Community, we will work together using a holistic approach to improve and maintain your wellness and take the first steps towards creating the life that you want, need, and deserve. Call me today at 1-833-552-4442. And remember, drthc.net.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Baby, hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I want to break the bias that women can do exactly what men can do in their professional careers, and sometimes even better. Break the bias.
Women always need to re-emphasize, we are able to do anything that men can do. How about we turn this saying around and have men say it, we are able to do anything that women can do.
Women are perceived as emotional. Correction, we are passionate.
How do you take your bite? What do you think?
Wow.
I'm going to try for the crumbs and everything not to fall in my lap.
I usually eat it.
Oh my God, that's like restaurant deliciousness.
Snake, you want some? Nope.
Adult. I think Mr. Radio Man would like some.
This is Mr. Radio. You want some?
Sounds delicious.
Then our job here is done. We've made it deliciousness.
I could eat a whole tray of these.
You like it?
See, hold on.
So I got to ask Dr. Hilary Taylor before Steve joins us for our Gubba Rum drink of the day. But actually, before we get that, you can get Coley's crumbs at Doris's Market, Joseph's, and the Boys. You can walk in and buy the crumbs there because we lost your audio on that. National Panic Day means what? We can all panic?
National Panic Day gives you permission to panic, but I'm not a fan of that. So it's more of like a mental health awareness day to normalize the fact that we all have moments of panic. If you have panic attacks, that's a lot different than just regular anxiety. But if you are feeling more overwhelmed or anxious, or you're feeling like you're panicking, it's time to reach out, to call somebody, to call me, to call somebody
What's
and talk
the difference
about it.
between a panic attack and anxiety?
So an anxiety attack is what a lot of us can relate to. It's that what-ifing everything to death. It's the fears of the worst happening. The difference is a panic attack will end you up in a hospital. So the panic attack comes with all of those thoughts, but also comes with a physiological response, and that's the higher blood pressure, the hyperventilating, the sweating, the fatigue, possibly passing out. The fear of having a panic attack is usually what brings on a panic attack. So those people who really do have panic attack disorder are usually under a psychiatrist or a medical doctor's care and may need to take medication for that.
Chest pain, shortness of breath could either be cardiac or it could, in fact, be anxiety panic attack.
Absolutely. And
go to a doctor, ignore it. What would you recommend?
Go to the doctor. Go to the emergency room. If there's any shortness of breath, especially now post-during/COVID, shortness of breath, tightness of chest, go get it checked out. There's no reason not to.
You know, a panic attack doesn't make an appointment. Anxiety comes about because something can trigger it, something's going on. But a panic attack, because I had them when I was at NYU. And I could be sitting with you right here and my eardrums start this ringing. And my heartbeat starts to race. And I'm looking around like, and you're talking and I can't hear you. And the way I took care of the panic attack, my mother made me run. 3-degree weather in in New York City. I used to run in shorts and a t-shirt, and I was freezing. But man, that shocked my system.
It would snap you out of that.
Exactly.
And there are things that you can do to snap you out of that. We're in Florida. I wouldn't suggest you run if you're having a panic attack. You might pass out from dehydration, heat stroke. But yes, changing your environment, and also the difference is a panic attack can come on from nothing. An anxiety attack is a build-up of, emotion. Oh my God, emotion, feelings of being overwhelmed, frustrated, irritated, and that's sort of why I think it's important to talk about panic. There's a lot going on in the world today, and it can frustrate you, it can irritate you to the point where that aggressiveness comes out in so many horrible ways. And that's a problem. So in order to deal with that, we really need to acknowledge our feelings of anxiety, our feelings of frustration. Again, reach out to friends, to family members, to somebody who cares, to somebody who has time and space to hear you, and if need be, to a therapist, to a psychologist, to a life coach if it's not something that you feel like you need therapy for. And that's, people panic every day. People have moments.
At what point do you call you to say, I need help navigating life? Now, Dr. Hillary does not prescribe medications. She is not a psychiatrist. But you help people navigate some of the rough spots.
So what I like to say is my background is I have a doctorate in clinical psychology, and I did that for a long time. And I think psychology is wonderful. Psychology is for people who have mental illnesses as well as people who have traumas and really need help processing them. I always believed that there needed to be a segue in between people who have maybe spent years in therapy and are ready to move past that position, as well as people who might not be ready for therapy or want therapy. And what I do is I'm more of a support and a cheerleader. I am goal-oriented. I help people achieve their goals. I help them out of little moments of panic where they might be overwhelmed in a decision and their emotions are taking over and they really just need help having somebody to bounce their ideas off of or say, am I going crazy? Or this is what's in my head right now. I just need to tell somebody. And maybe my friends don't want to hear about it, or it's
And
too
you're not
personal for
comfortable telling
family.
your friends anyway. You're like Dr. Clarity. You know, sometimes when you're going through rough spots, you need that moment to talk to somebody.
Just a moment.
Just a moment, and you get over the rough spots. Now, I got another suggestion. Comfort food. You could be the doc that shows up. I mean, I call you doc. You're not a doc anymore. And you show up with a pot of
I'll always be.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to have comfort food. You ever have comfort food? Like chocolate ice cream. No good for you. You know what I'm saying? What I loved about this is it has different tastes in your mouth. And what you do here in the brain is different. I sort of correlate these two. You know,
That's a
comfort
thing.
food with her helping you out.
Right?
Well, and I
feel
think when
better,
you
you
say
have to-
comfort food, it's important to not turn towards food that's horrible for
No,
you
not that.
in comfort food,
Right.
because that is the food addiction side. That is, I turn to food in order to cope with my emotions.
No, not that.
And that would be a problem.
We wanna
But
do
to
something
substitute it for healthy, absolutely.
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 And she could do a whole menu of healthy. I really dig that because it invites people, you know, not to be afraid that I'm going to go see. Like, guys don't like to say, I see a shrink. You remember The Sopranos? You're not allowed as a guy to go see the shrink.
But Dr.
Some guys.
Dr. Taylor isn't practicing in that capacity anymore. You are capacitating more along the life coach.
Exactly. Exactly. So it
Strategic
takes
getting to
out
life.
that you're shrinking my
Exactly.
brain,
Exactly.
or you're going to tell me what to do, or you're going to make me do something that I don't want to do. That's not what I do. I say, what are your goals? Let's figure out how to break that down and get to the small steps that are going to get you to that big goal, because there are things, yes, from our past that influence how we go through life, but we don't need to talk about it all the time. And I really believe that moving past some of that stuff and moving past sitting in that ick, I work with a lot of people in recovery, and I believe in AA and NA, and at some point for some people, they need to move past that. They need to move past that past life, or if they've been traumatized, to move past that. And I don't say get over it. In no way would I ever say that. But you can move past it, and so now what? What are you going to do? Those daily decisions that you make, you might need help making those decisions. You might not want to ask somebody else. You might not have somebody else to ask. And that's where texting me, I'm a little bit different. I'm available on text. People call me all the time. I try to make myself as available as possible. And it might be just, hey, you're going to be okay.
Do you think different activities, because I find when I'm anxious, if I sit and I think about it long enough, I'm really going to get myself anxious. I'm going to panic even more. If you can find an activity that you either do with your kids, that you do with yourself, running, biking, cooking, if
Distracting
you enjoy,
yourself.
Right, distract yourself. Then
Absolutely.
You can maybe pick up a new hobby.
Absolutely. So we talk about coping skills, and that's where the coping skills come into play. When you find yourself getting too anxious, getting away from that and saying, okay, well, the first thing I'll say is breathe. If I get a paragraph of texts and text and text, I don't even read them. I say, are you breathing? If I was listening to you, it doesn't sound like you're breathing. So meditation for a lot of people is really helpful. But if you have a family, getting your kids out, running around like Freddie did when he was younger, it's a lot of tricking our brain. And I tell people that your brain, we're really smart, but our brains can't do two things at once. So you can't be freaking out and dancing with your music blaring to your favorite song at the same time. You're doing one or the other. So change your mood. Our moods are fluid. So like, you know, can I be am I happy? Happy is just a mood. Okay, can I be sad? Can I be anxious? Yes.
And I think when we're productive, we're happy. You may want to sit and watch TV and pull the covers over your head for that moment, but at some point you want to say, you know what, I've been productive, I've done something today. And you can do it in your pajamas. You can cook, you can make this in your pajamas, with your kids, without your kids, peanut butter and jelly. It doesn't have to be anything monumental. It can just be a little step.
And there are definitely people who, for whatever reason, can't do that yet. The depression, sometimes it's a vegetative depression where they're really not able to move, they're not able to get out of bed. And that's where I say, okay, you need a psychologist. You need to maybe think about a medication management schedule. But for the majority of us who are just, we have those blahs, yes, we need the motivation to get out. We need to change our activity. And that's why I say change your mood and it will change your life. So if you find that you're in a bad mood, just put on a song that you like.
You know what makes
Change
me
your
crazy
surroundings.
when I'm in a bad mood? When people say, why are you in a bad mood? Did you have a rough day? What happened on your day? I don't really want to talk about it. So let me be. But why? Why don't you want to share your feelings? Because I don't. For some people, they like to say, I feel like I want to share my feelings. For other people, you may not want to share your feelings. So how do we have those conversations?
Well, it's not always I don't want to share my feelings, but maybe I don't want to share my feelings right now, and I don't want to share my feelings to you. So it's having those boundaries and really saying, thank you for caring, but now's not the time. Or just something to acknowledge that they're trying to do something that we encourage people to do. Ask your friends if they're okay. And we do need to do more of that, and they're showing you compassion. So I wouldn't personally, I wouldn't recommend you getting angry and shutting that person down, because in other situations you may want your friend to ask you how you're doing. But to say, I'm not ready, or I don't want to talk about it, or I don't need to talk about it is perfectly okay. And then when you do need to talk about it, to find somebody who you do trust and who you're willing to share those things with. And like you said, not everything has to be shared.
And sometimes you just want that breather. As I'll share when I can form the words as to what I need.
Absolutely.
We've got Steve on also.
I'm going to give you real quick. I'm going to give you something really simple.
Okay.
What do you like more than anything else? Like, you look at this tray, right? So if I'm in a bad mood and I don't want to talk about it, I say, let's eat. True story. I say, let's eat. Let's have a drink. Maybe a brandy. Maybe something.
That's also cultural. So in a lot of cultures, you know, a lot of cultures say we don't want to talk about the problem. Let's eat.
Let's eat first.
Of
Let's
course.
see and you know
and
something?
it does. It changes people's
Because
emotions.
food changes you. I'm a firm believer that everybody's nutso today because they haven't been eating right in the last 2 years. I mean, think about what we've been through. Now you can't even get cottage cheese. And this guy that's going to come on, Steve.
We're having a hard time getting him on, but we're working on it.
Okay. But then he's not even on.
He says he is, but.
Steve, you got to see us. Can you see us? If you can't see us, you're not on. But I really believe, junk in, junk out. If you put something off after you've had a meal, had a discussion, and you're in a better mood when you have something in you, something you like.
That's actually a psychological theory. And when we have to give our dissertations, we feed those who are judging us because people are in a better mood when they're satiated. When they're
and this, just one piece of this, one slice is like this perfect
I'm
bite,
done.
right? You're good?
You know, it's just amazing because now I see you and my mouth waters. And then what is she bringing to this?
He means for lunch, nothing creepy or weird.
No, I mean food. What's the matter with you? I meant food.
You know, we're on radio, so you have to really make sure
I
people
meant
understand
food.
what you're saying.
If anybody tuned in just for
Nick
that,
is listening,
you know,
so be
put
careful.
it in context.
Yeah.
Nick is the other one. Nick is feeding the whole precinct.
Yeah.
But check it out. I mean, a
Trust
piece
me,
of
he
bread.
gets what he's saying, yeah.
Piece of bread, and you put cheese in, I mean, some 4 or 5 ingredients, and you sit here, and the day don't look that bad, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look that. Doesn't mean it ain't gonna get back to where it was. That you got problems and issues, and you got to work the day out. I get it, but for a minute, you can sit down and say, you know, let's chill.
That's what I love that we get to do every day.
People don't understand.
For those
that.
2 hours, we
I
take
don't
our.
get it.
It's not a break. We're working, but we take a step back and we get to have some fun, share some great stories. Food.
And I think laughter is a big part of it too, is just, and again, it's distracting your brain. It's your brain can't do two things at once. If you laugh, if you go outside, one of the reasons people used to smoke cigarettes so much was because it was tied to walking away from the situation and taking deep breaths. So when you take that out of somebody's ability, now they have to sit in the situation and they're having an anxiety attack. So encouraging people who smoke to do those same habits, walk away, breathe, and then come back is a really good way to stop smoking, because you're not taking away the habit, you're just taking away the addiction.
It's like taking a hot tub. You know, you're sitting in a shower. What do they call it, a hot tub in your house? I got one of those. And then not just doing that,
bath.
you put candles.
Candles, crystals, oils.
You hang some plants, because, you know, plants
Scrubs,
talk to you.
yeah.
Scrubs,
Right?
lotions, plants.
Okay, take it easy. Take it easy.
I'm about all of it.
I'm keeping
It's
it simple.
self-love.
But all of that.
It's too much.
No, all of that sort of soothes you, right?
Yes.
So you can attack the day. And I'm just saying, if you eat right, you eat healthy. All of a sudden, I got on this water kick. I'm drinking so much water, and me and the bathroom have a relationship. But the bottom line
I
is
think
that
we
it's
got
good for you.
Steve now.
Steve, are you there? Where's Steve? Bring up Steve, because we
Let's
got
bring
3
him-
minutes.
Yeah, let's bring up Steve.
Bring him up.
So looks like, yeah, we got him. He's thinking
And when
about
all else fails, have some rum, but not too much.
Well, and again, you can have things that make you feel good, but you're like a practicality friend. You know, dollar friend, what they call that?
Yes, and there's his, Steve's not there. Oh, there's Steve.
Steve, how are you?
Well,
Yeah, go here.
I was fine. I'm now 85 years old.
5'6".
But I feel great. I feel great.
Why are you 85 years old?
Well, because I've been waiting to come on the air.
You
here.
weren't
And
on. We just got you.
yes,
We
I
didn't
was
see you. He was
sitting
there.
right here. Anyway, we've got a cocktail for you today. I don't have a name for it, but you're going to like it. This is in honor of St. Patrick's Day. Should we get right to it?
Yeah, we got 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes. We can do this in 3 minutes. We take a blender. We have a blender, which is off camera. I'm sorry you can't see it. We're going to start with the best part. It's supposed to be 6 scoops of vanilla ice cream. There's 1, and here's 2. And by the way, I put on 6 pounds waiting for you because I've been sitting here eating the ice cream. Thank
Give
you
me
very
the
much.
short version. Do it with 2 scoops. Keep going.
3 scoops, we're done. We're going to add to that 2 ounces of vanilla infused Gubba Gold.
Ooh.
Here's 1.
I need to get one of those.
No, excuse me, there's 2 ounces, and we're going to add, because it's St. Patrick's Day, we're going to take 2 ounces of, it's hard to see on this shot, but it's green creme de menthe.
What is that?
Creme
Bio?
de menthe. Creme de menthe.
What is it? It's
Bio?
green.
Creme de menthe.
It's chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll.
Oh, that's delicious. Green creme de menthe, we're all set. That's the cocktail. It's going into the blender.
So it's going to be a green
As long as
milkshake.
it's
It's gonna be like adult shamrock shake.
Yes.
An adult shamrock
Oh, that
shake.
sounds
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
delicious.
That's what Nicole just called it. Ice
Yeah.
cream, Gubba Gold, which is
Nicole, what do you put
vanilla
with this
and
drink?
creme
What
de
can you
menthe.
serve for food?
Okay, there we go.
Oh my, this is a
Anything,
sweet
'cause
one.
you're drunk.
Yeah.
It's got a greenish.
That's a
shade on it.
grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
you eat this.
Make a
Where'd
huge
you
batch
go?
of brownies. That'll be
Where are you
perfect.
going, you crazy person?
Excuse me. The refrigerator is not under the counter. We're going to give it a little bit of this.
A little bit of ready.
Ta-da.
Let me see it.
Ready
with.
Ta-da. Oh,
Wow.
that looks
Oh,
delicious.
wow,
Wrap it up.
Steve, that looks
That's
delicious.
about
That's
7
indulgence.
We gotta go. That's
We're
about
gonna call
7,000
this
calories.
The smoothie of the old sod.
All right,
All right,
Steve, stay right there. Don't move. We'll
Stay
be
with
right
us for
back.
the next hour. We're going to wrap up our brunch hour. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Stay put, because on the other side of this break, we're going to bring everyone right on back. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Well, that wraps up our brunch hour. But don't go away. Stay tuned for more laughs and cheers on Facebook or YouTube or any
and sleepless nights. I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an avalanche. Like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls arise, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an avalanche. Like an avalanche. Crashing walls and waterfalls and crystal balls can see. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Take my breath away like an avalanche. Like an avalanche. Like an avalanche. Like an avalanche. Sweeping me away like an
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Got a green light.
Steve.
Nicole's cleaning up. We got Steve
Yes, sir.
back with us.
We were actually asking Nicole what to put together with your grasshopper green acre maker.
And
And they came up with fudge.
Fudge or brownies.
Yeah, well, chocolate syrup. I was really thinking about putting chocolate syrup into this as well, but somehow I couldn't reconcile that with the green stuff. So creme de menthe, which I can't pronounce. So
Vanilla ice cream, Gubba Gold, and creme de menthe in a blender.
Correct. And you forgot the green sprinkles, I heard.
Yes, we were told it was missing green sprinkles.
well, maybe for a grasshopper. The recipe I saw a couple of days ago, and this is a recipe that I just saw on Instagram, and I want to credit the couple that put it up there, and I can't remember who it was. I'll have to get back to you with that tomorrow or something.
Yeah, there were strangers at the airport. You stayed at their house. I remember you telling me this story.
Yeah, I was staying with them. They were very nice people, really. A little too friendly, but that's okay.
He meets strangers in the airport and then he stays in their house.
You know, I think we're overstating that a tad. What do you say, Freddie?
Maybe
I don't think so. I'm not like with the Family Aid Committee at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. That's really not my job.
Now, you have some exciting news about where you're going to be Friday. Why don't you fill us in on that?
Actually, Saturday, Friday too. Starting Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, Gubba Rum is going to be served at a pop-up bar at the Hilton Cabana Hotel in Miami Beach. I think the address is 6261 Collins Ave. The pop-up bar will be ongoing during the Miami Rum Congress through Sunday evening. I will be doing a tasting table at the Rum Congress on Saturday. There are different segments of the tasting. One is VIP, one is trade, and the final 3 hours, I believe, until 7:30, is the general public. So if you are interested in going to a great rum tasting on Saturday, Gubba Rum will be there. I'll be there. We're going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great event.
And he's going to be here tomorrow afternoon. You're going to come visit us, or we'll see you Friday.
I will see you on Friday. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
We may have some
and
exciting.
he's here for a while.
We may have some exciting news for you on Friday.
Well, that'd be great. Nicole, do you have baked goods? Is that what I see?
Yes, I have a gluten-free bread product company. So I have breads, frozen bread dough you could take home and bake off yourself, breadcrumbs, Italian style.
Do we have banana bread by any chance?
No, I do not have that.
Okay,
We
just
can put bananas on it.
I'll put a banana on it, your apricot, no problem.
We can put bananas. We can create anything. She made a meatball sub out of it, so we
Yeah.
can do like a banana something for sure.
I heard that. I heard the discussion of the bread for the meatball
Exactly.
sub. That sounded
Well,
pretty good.
I'm glad we're going to
Yeah.
see you tomorrow. You're going to be in for a while. He'll be joining us for our St. Patrick's Day party
Will
as well.
you be the bartender at the St. Patrick's party on Thursday?
I hope so. We'll talk about that. I hope to be there.
Perfect.
You hope to be there.
All right, Steve. We will see you tomorrow. Have a
Don,
safe
thank you
flight.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you out tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank
Now
you very
listen,
much.
don't spill that drink. Bring it down because I want it.
Don't stay with any strangers.
No, I would never do that. It gives me anxiety.
He does it next time.
It's National Panic Day.
Hillary, high anxiety. I'm not going to break into song. Don't
Just
worry.
breathe. Okay, that's called survivor anxiety. So I think that's a good thing.
All right, Steve. We'll see you tomorrow.
With that, I bid
Thank
you
you.
adieu.
I bid you adieu. Bye-bye.
Steve is
Bye-bye.
hilarious. He is hilarious, I gotta tell you. Funny man. All right,
Anxiety is a good thing in little
So
little
we've got
bits.
Rosie Sherman. She is joining us, and Rosie is a new artist here at the studio. I think our crew. There we go. We've got one of Rosie's pieces behind you. Amy Rashevsky is going to be joining us virtually from North Carolina. We've got one of her pieces behind me, and I have to tell you, between the two of you ladies, you have brought so much color and life to our set and our studio. Everyone. I mean, even your black and whites bring color and life to our studio. So much joy. Oh, I don't need this anymore. I need that now. I have too many. I feel like Steve. Now I'm talking to my wand. It's like, really?
Well-
it's okay. Today is, what is it, Panic Day?
Panic Day.
Natural Panic Day.
They have that? Oh my goodness.
Yes. So welcome. You've been traveling a lot.
Only up north, only to Toronto.
That's a lot, though.
Because we did a very crazy thing. I do not recommend this to anyone. Talk about anxiety. My husband and I bought a new home, sight unseen.
Oh.
We saw pictures online, and we bought the house.
In Toronto?
In Toronto?
Actually, in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Wow.
Very nice.
Which is very beautiful.
So you went to see it?
Yes.
Was it exactly
I
the way you
couldn't
saw it?
sleep. I talked him into it.
And was it exactly what you thought it was going to be?
That's my question.
We're really happy.
Was it what you thought it was going to be, though?
Colors were a little bit different, like wall colors and things like that, but nothing bad. It was all positive.
That's
fantastic. Thank God. I mean, I'm
So no
getting a
reason
divorce
for
right now
anxiety.
because-
No reason for panic. You did a good job.
I know, but I
It
don't-
all worked out.
I don't recommend it. You know, I don't even like to buy shoes online because it's a pain. You have to send them back. We had no out.
Wow.
This was final sale. Wow. And it wasn't it wasn't a small purchase.
You know, I could have gave you a big purchase here in Boca. You didn't have to go the way.
She has a house here, too.
We have a home here, too.
Do you?
Because we spend 6 months here and 6 months up north because I'm
Ah.
Canadian, so I have to do that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about your house that was up north? You sold that one and bought this one?
All in 1 week.
Wow.
So the long and short of it is, our house that we owned, I said would only sell in the summertime because the best thing about it was our backyard. So I told the agent I didn't want to put it on the market. He said, give me 10 days. I said, you've got it, 10 days. So on the 11th day, I called him and I said, take it off the market. He said, okay. An hour or two later, I get a phone call. He says, we've got an offer.
Wow.
I said, okay, I'll talk to my husband. An hour later, he called and said, we got a second offer. So we're going back to the first and see if we can do better. So, yes, we got a good price for our house. We accepted it. We sold it. The bad thing is I have to be out by April 18th. And here I am living the life in Florida. So we did, okay. So then 2 days later, this house comes up for sale in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And we've been wanting to move there for the last 2 years. And the prices in Niagara-on-the-Lake, if you think they're going up here, they're going up 30% a year. 30%.
Now, how close is that to the house you just sold?
2 hours.
Okay.
So we're 10 minutes from Niagara Falls, maybe 15 minutes from
Wow.
Niagara Falls. Everyone knows Niagara Falls. Niagara-on-the-Lake is this small little town that is super pretty. Every house has a gorgeous lawn. People are friendly. It's like a secret, you know?
So you're taking everything from this house, and 2 hours later you're moving it to this house.
Right.
Oh, that's
But we
easy.
have
Piece
to-
of cake.
A piece of cake. But I bought the house without seeing it.
That's okay. I got married to a woman without seeing her.
He says it's easy until you have to move.
Well,
No, I haven't really slept through the night.
I'm still in the process of moving.
is the
So
least thing that worries me. The anxiety I don't have anymore because I used to be in the mortgage business. So even closing and selling in the real estate business, that doesn't bother me either. Sight unseen, I gotta tell you, you got cojones, man. That
No, I don't
That's
know.
brave.
I think I was crazy. We had looked, I knew the neighborhood. We had looked last summer. But, I mean, I know from seeing photos before that it's not actually, when you walk into a house, it, you know, can have a totally different
different.
vibe. I wanted cathedral ceilings and I didn't get them. But mostly everything else that I wanted, I got.
But you got the best place. Sometimes I bought the oldest house in the best neighborhood in the Bronx, my first house. House is over 100 years old, so you can imagine. But the block, that house we bought for $125,000, 4-bedroom house in the Bronx. Sold it for $895,000. 10 years later, I could have stayed there forever. It was beautiful. So sometimes the area makes the house.
Right, right.
So you found the area.
Yes.
Do you get more creative when you get stressed? Do you use it as an outlet?
I don't know if creative is the right word because I haven't had time to paint in the last 2 weeks. But I'm certainly OCD. I mean, I was up at 3 in the morning packing away. You know, by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I had done 3 bedrooms.
Wow.
You packed 3 bedrooms? I got a house. I need you to help me come over. Let me know when you need a little anxiety
I
release.
packed like 25 boxes all by myself. Like, I didn't stop. I didn't eat. I didn't. So I came to Boca to calm down.
Okay, well, welcome. We've got lunch for you. We've got some fun. Amy's going to join us. She's another one that picks up and moves sight unseen.
It's about these artists.
What is
they like
that?
They do that.
Did she not see her house?
No, she saw her house, but we sight unseen. We haven't seen Amy in forever. She's coming back. I think when you're going up, I think she's coming down in April, but we'll see. We're going to bring
And
her
I
over
gotta tell
when she
you,
gets
between
here.
you and Amy, it's funny because paintings move people. And we had a gentleman that came in here, and he said something. He was looking at the art because I put your pieces high for. There's a certain reason why I did that, because it rains tranquility, and your art has a certain thing to it, whether it's black or white or in color. It just has this magical thing. So I wanted to go this way, not this way.
Interesting.
And we have gotten people that have come in here and they look up and they sit and they stay. And the guy yesterday, I had to throw him out of here and put him over there because we were doing a show. He says, do I have to leave? I said, no, you can stay here. And he stayed and he watched it. He's the one that tells me your paintings rain tranquility,
Oh
which
my
is
God,
kind of cool.
I love that.
That is very
I love
cool.
I never heard that in my
So
life.
I just have to tell a quick story. I posted on Facebook this morning that I need to get rid of some furniture. So I took photographs and I posted. One of them was a bench. I put the price, the description, the size. I get all these feedback about the painting that was over the bench. Sure enough, I still have the bench, but the painting was sold.
That's amazing.
You should have sold it together. Can't get one
I
without
tried,
the
he
other.
didn't want the bench.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk to Rosie about her artwork. We'll see where Amy is, talk to Amy about her artwork. The colors are just so amazing as we are still celebrating National Women's History Month. So stay tuned. Women in the arts. Look at all of these women you're always surrounded by. It's pretty good to be you.
Look at me.
I know. We'll be right back.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Once a professional musician, artist Steven Zwirn uses his creativity through multimedia artistic expression. His compositions use acrylic paint to create 3D masterpieces. Steven's fascination with brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones entices the eye with color and dimension. For more information on the artwork of Steven Zwirn, contact Steven at 914-656-9060 or stevenzwirn.com.
Welcome to Sunshine Senior Solutions, a trusted medical supply company that puts patients first, offering quality home medical equipment and supplies. Sunshine Senior Solutions is here to help simplify the lives of patients, caregivers, and their families. From canes and crutches to diabetic glucose monitors, your health, safety, and comfort is our #1 priority. Call or visit our website, Sunshine Senior Solutions, bringing the heart back to healthcare.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back. So yesterday, we haven't even talked about this. Rosie's here, and we're giving Amy a new code to join us virtually. Amy, you got to turn your camera on.
Turn your camera on, Amy.
We had an artist in here yesterday, and her name is Natalia Kochak, and she takes books, and she's very into genealogy and her artwork, collages, different pieces, and she takes books, autobiographies, and rewrites the book through art. So there were pictures and paintings and sayings and words from the family.
It was this big, that book. Like
They're
this.
different books, and as you pick up the books, pieces of pages were falling off the table, and I felt really bad as she was leaving that some of the pages are on the table. And I said to her, "You've lost some of your book here." And she says, no, I made it that way. It's like a breakaway book. So you'll see all the remnants that are on the table. Now, for someone like me who cleans a lot, it was hard for me to leave the remnants without her telling me what the remnants were. So the remnants were part of the history and the artist side of her creating the art, which I thought was really fascinating. So I left it here because I knew today we were continuing on with the art. So what you see on the table are remnants of her artwork, of her books, which is kind of cool, right? So it's not dirt, just like glitter on the floor is not. It's remnants of art.
That's a balloon that you popped.
That too. All right, Rosie, let's talk about your artwork. I love the colors of what you've got going on.
Thank you. So the last time I was here, I expressed how happy I was, and I paint happy art. But this is a sad one because as beautiful as the colors and expressive, I painted this for Ukraine because this is their national sunflower. So besides a lot of the stuff that I packed up this week in my move, and I'm giving it to an organization who will send it to Ukraine, I did paint one thing, and that was the sunflower.
I love it.
Thank you. So this is hope. This is just better days ahead.
Did you paint the sunflower downwards?
It's, yeah.
Because if I turn it upside down, I can put it upwards.
Let's try it.
Perspective is everything.
Perspective is everything.
We're going to see if we can turn it around.
Let's see.
There you go.
What do you
see,
think?
now it's upwards.
Now it's upwards.
Wow, that could be, you could keep it at 12 o'clock and then turn it upwards at 12 or something.
It's a type of painting you could turn sideways, upwards, downwards. The colors are beautiful.
Thank you. You're right. And you know what? I shouldn't have signed it because I sort of forced it to be
That's okay.
the other way. But it looks, this way it does give you the
Yes.
feeling of uplifting.
Yes.
They say the
And
sunflower always grows towards the sun.
That's why they have it.
Right.
Wow.
So I wonder what percent, well, maybe I was painting it this way.
That works too.
Now you've changed the whole artist's perspective on it for her.
I didn't change it. I'm
well.
telling her my perspective. I just finished a story how art rains down perspective, right?
And it's an emotional piece.
It is.
So,
Definitely.
the fact that it was pointed downwards is, that we're going through a rough time.
It's sad times right
I know,
now.
but that
Maybe
made me
that's
very
why.
sad.
So maybe sign this side too, and then you
Yeah.
Sign off for
There you go.
Psychologically, because I normally wouldn't do flowers going upwards. Psychologically, emotionally, I guess right now it's just sad.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, this is the kids in here. This is one of their faves, and they brought it up here because they knew you were coming. But they actually love this piece.
We had that up yesterday for International Women's Day.
And I love when you do black and white and you sprinkle a little red, like the one over Doc's shoulder, right behind her. Those pieces to me are so symbolic because when I was growing up as a kid and I couldn't draw, I used to do black and whites and throw some red
Oh my
dot
goodness,
on
look at that one behind you.
Isn't that tremendous?
That's spectacular. So it's two women embracing with their arms.
Okay, but one is a black woman and one is a white woman.
Yes.
And I painted that during the time when there was so much strife and
wow.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be young children embracing, and it just to me was saying that friendship shouldn't have anything to do with color or race. Friendship is beautiful no matter what color your skin is.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, it was also a difficult time that I painted that one.
It's so interesting when you look at different artists' perspectives because in the Aurora room where Jay has all of his artwork hanging, when going through COVID, his pieces were very large and very dark. He's got COVID Man, they're all black and white graphite pencil, but they all have a dark, somber feel when we were going through that time. But yet when we go through this time, your perspective is, to me, these are so beautiful, colorful, joyful prints. Same dark time, right? But it's perspective of what people see.
That's right. That's why I was saying up, sideways. Now, what I want you to do is sign every side of the canvas.
So it doesn't matter
So it
which
doesn't
way
matter
you
how I
hang it.
turn.
Well,
But,
that's true of most abstract art because
Yes.
you should be able to turn it anyway. But that I think the two women shouldn't. The
No,
two
the two
young
women
girls.
are beautiful the way they are. I think he meant the sunflower.
No, the sunflower.
Amy's on? Okay.
Is Amy there?
She's around. Yeah, she's in there.
Rosie had not seen her commercial before, so.
Oh, yeah, it came out very nice. That was a lot.
Yes.
Bree did that
Bree did,
commercial.
Yeah, it came out very nice.
That's wonderful. I want to see it again.
So are you going to be staying in Florida for a little bit?
We're back and forth.
Okay.
Because there are 6 weeks that we're actually homeless. There's Amy.
There she is.
Yeah, but I've got two pictures here. I'm trying to figure out how to get the.
Okay, you gotta just, let's go to 5 and 6. You got to hit the box on the bottom, the little square.
It looks
hit
like a
that.
TV.
Looks like a TV. And that will get rid of one picture. No,
wrong
that's
one.
Wrong one. Go back, turn it back on. Try the other one.
Or you can move it with your finger. The one
Yeah,
that's
move.
outlined in red, just slide it around. Or not.
Or not.
We
Hit
love
that
Amy.
again because we lost you.
Turn that back on and we'll get her back.
Turn your cam back on.
And the other picture you have, Rosie, down there, are.
Well, this is just me. This is who I am. I love romance. I was walking along on a boardwalk and I saw this couple just embracing. And I took a snapshot from the back. And it's just about love and romance. And can you see it?
It is lovely. And you get people, young and in love. Slick, this is it. This is for you.
Young and in love.
Young and in love. Or Alana.
There was when I was
Hey.
flying yesterday, there was a couple who was embracing, saying goodbye. And I took a photo of them too.
You're going to
I'll
paint
probably
that.
paint
So
them.
funny. What do you say? What's up? There we go. Now we got you.
Oh, good, good, good. Hi, Rosie.
Hi. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry
long
I
time no
missed.
see.
I know. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I wanted to be there.
Oh, yeah. That was an interesting day. Anyway,
So when are you coming back?
For a few days in April. Excuse me. Just for a few days. Yeah, we're pretty much settled up here. And,
What are those lovely paintings behind you?
Oh, they're all over. I have to show you around a little bit. Let's see.
Can you lift the pad?
What?
Can you lift the pad and show us?
Oh yeah, I could. I did this on my iPhone so I could roll it around, but I'm afraid to touch anything. So
No, go ahead. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Go
All
ahead.
right, so-
little by little.
Can you see anything?
We can see everything. Yep.
Okay,
Wow.
so up on, wait, let me stand up. Up on the top here, there's There's these two, and then there's the guitars over there, and one is missing up there because it's on the floor. But those
Go
are the ones
higher.
that-
Go higher. Go higher.
Higher, Amy.
Higher.
Higher.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So one of them is going to be, one's missing in the middle, because all these four are going to the Rosen Concert Hall, like any day now.
Wow.
And so I've been very busy with my garage thing there. So I have a lot of things that you guys have seen that are up here. And they go all the way around.
Are these all new paintings since you moved away?
No, only a few.
Okay.
The four new ones, and let's see, the one up there is new, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
I can't believe we had all of that here.
We did.
Yeah, you did.
And those walls that you have, you painted them black, Amy?
Yeah, they're black walls, and
And
I just did all these cabinets,
Uh-huh.
and I'm still working on this room.
And that's your garage?
That's my garage. Yeah.
What are you gonna do with the door?
Oh, the white door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to ask the painter to paint it for me.
Freddie has a thing about white garage bay doors. It's like you can have a beautiful studio, but look, it looks just like our garage door.
I hate the
Oh, it
garage door. I hate it.
What is with you?
Hate it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have to do that because I want to be able to hang when I have a show in here. So,
Yes.
and I'm running out of space.
You could do you can hang material and paint on it. Do a painting on the material.
Yeah, I might do that. I have a lot to do, so I'm still working.
So has your perspective in art changed through the pandemic, now with Ukraine, now that you're in North Carolina? We're talking about different perspectives in the art.
Well, I'm leaning more towards wood things now again because everything's so naturistic up here. I'd like to do some more of those aluminum pieces for outdoors for a lot of houses. I've got projects to do. I just haven't been able to settle in to do anything, but I will. I have all my glass up. I've got a lot of things in here that I can sort of get put out to some stores, and I'm meeting a guy tomorrow who's going to come over and maybe help me do that. And once I have somebody to do that, then I can focus on other things.
And how's the networking going? And everything with Adrienne?
Oh, awesome. Yeah. She's been an amazing help. Yeah, I'm just getting now ready to do my show because I'm really getting settled now. I don't have a lot of interaction. So, yeah.
Getting busy. I love all the
sort of miss
colors.
you guys.
We miss you a lot.
Yeah,
So
I
Rosie,
know.
maybe you'll be here when Amy comes back.
I hope so. I'd love to get together.
Rosie, did you move to upstate New York?
No, we moved to Niagara. Well, we haven't moved yet. We bought a house for May 31st in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where that
your
is?
on the Canadian side?
Canadian side.
Okay. I guess you have to do that.
We have to do that.
Yeah.
Amazing what you have to do, but people find a way, which is what's so great.
Yeah, they make you live 6 months there. Is that the deal?
We
a day, yeah.
no, it's U.S. immigration
Yeah.
that does not allow us to stay longer than 6 months.
And then you had to reapply.
I don't apply at all.
You just go back and forth.
I just come for 6 months, but I'm not allowed to stay one day over 6 months.
That's just creepy. You know, there was a time you couldn't even go to Canada.
Puerto
What you
Rico
do?
does the same thing, though.
No, they
wh-
don't.
Yes, that's why
No,
our
they
new
don't.
client has to live
I
there
don't
for
know.
6 months
I've never
and
heard
a
of
day.
that. Listen, I haven't been to
But you
Puerto
can go
Rico.
back and forth. It can like be 2 weeks and it doesn't have to be a sustained
Who
6
said
months.
that?
Our new client in Puerto Rico.
I haven't been to Puerto Rico in 2 years.
But are you a?
I'm a United States citizen.
But you don't declare residency in Puerto Rico.
Of course I can.
But you
I
don't.
have houses and everything there.
But
Well, you have a dual then.
I'm a dual. I've been
You're a
called a lot of
dual.
things. I'm a dual.
You're called a lot of things.
Amy, you look so fantastic. You look so happy.
Oh yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm relaxed. You know, except for the husband stuff. Otherwise, we're good.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk more art. Art and business is what we talked about yesterday. How to take your passion and your purpose as women in the arts and make it a thriving business. So give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
With enough butter, anything is good. Tori Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
What do you have to say?
Putin, here's for you, baby. All in you.
Has changed so many people's lives because he apparently lived life to the fullest.
Nathan, it's National Panic Day!
You know, some people shouldn't be allowed to do board work. And we're back.
We're definitely having a whole lot of fun.
They're having a lot of fun in there.
I just gave Dr. Taylor one of our bells and wands. I'll give one to Rosie before she leaves also.
Absolutely. You put those together?
Yeah. We've got about half put together. We have to put the other half together. But it's a little bit of trinket of our belt, Freddie's belt, my wand on a keychain. So a whole lot of fun. All right, we got to get Rosie back on set, and we've got Amy joining us, and we now surrounding everything by the artwork of the studio.
That's right.
And while we bring Amy up, tell us about the gentleman that was in yesterday.
This was a professor in Cuba, and he is here. He's been here for a number of years, and he supports women empowerment. He was recognized by the University of
Miami,
and they gave him an award for his work of dealing with women and helping them grow and acknowledging them. He doesn't speak any English, so everything I had to do was to speak Spanish with him. He'll be here tomorrow, but he came in, and he came in an hour early because he had seen the pictures. And he came in and he looked at the studio, he saw Amy's work, he saw your work, and I see him and he's just sitting there and he's looking around. And I had turned these lights down and put the LEDs to sort of, it combines the energy with the paintings. And he says he has never in his life seen anything like this. And he goes on, and he goes on, and he does a show, he does the Fuego show with Lucky, great show, and he starts to cry. And Lucky and I look at each other and say, what's wrong? He says, I'm overwhelmed. He says, I've never in my life ever felt what I feel now. And he's the one that was saying that he saw your work and it rains emotion, it rains it down on the set. And we've always known with Amy, I mean, I get a lot of compliments of Amy's daughter's piece.
Yes.
What is
Let's
that,
bring
a
Amy
zebra?
back up also. And we'll put Rosie up. I don't know, the smile. Everyone loves that piece with the smile.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking
With the zebra
Straight
frame.
ahead, there's a zebra frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody, and it's funny, art is a real funny animal. Because first of all, people are afraid to ask how much. So they stand in front of it, Amy. And I'm looking. Sometimes I'll sit over there and I'll watch. I'll sit over here and I watch. And Dawn says, aren't you ever going to get up? I says, no, because I'm watching. And they'll stand in front and they look at it. And they look. And they stay looking. And they may get a cup of coffee, something, and they stay looking. And nobody leaves. Nobody goes, nobody leaves.
Well, that's wonderful because if I'm at an art show, if I'm exhibiting at an art show, I always wanted to be that booth that they stopped and looked. Because that's the point. The point is like you want to draw the people in and make them feel, have a reaction, have an emotion. I want to share that. It's like when a writer writes a book. He's telling a story, and he wants the reader to feel, to laugh out loud, maybe to shed a few tears. I want the same thing. I want people to feel something when they look at my work. And I was so high the last time a young woman came in here and purchased a piece of my art because she felt the romance of her new life. She was a newlywed, and she saw that romance in my painting and the love and the excitement. And I was high for days just thinking about her.
She loved it. And yesterday we talked about transition, and you both came to being artists later in life. It was like a transition, a transformative idea of being artists. And what I talked to Dr. Hillary about last night on Tell Us Your Biz, that when we're going through this next stage of life, when we're figuring out career to career, what it looks like, and then how do you make a business out of it? But what she says is, are you happy? Amy, are you happy doing what you're doing?
I'm always happy doing that. That's my favorite thing. And by the way, Rosie, is your mic on?
I hope so.
Turn on, make sure the yellow light is on.
You guys, is Rosie's mic on?
There is a green light.
Yes, it is.
Can
All right.
you
Oh,
not
there it
hear
is.
me?
Okay. Now I can.
All right.
Are you happy, Rosie, doing what you do? I'm asking such a silly question, I know, but.
Yes, unfortunately, life gets in the way. Some days I just want to stay in my pajamas and paint. But, there are other things we have to do. But yes, I love painting.
It's amazing because every artist that we have in here brings a different element. Amy, not for nothing, and I know that you're happy where you're at, but I loved it when you're in studio because the energy sort of follows you. So people follow Amy around, like Jeffrey Weinstein. People follow her. She goes over there, and then she goes, and she knows it because she moves around like a ping pong in here. And people follow the art, they follow her, and then she's very animated when she speaks.
Right.
So that's a hell of a delivery. I've tried to match what you do. I can't. Nobody can. Nobody can.
Your studio looks great, by the way. You're definitely set up to do shows again.
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, there's so many cool people to interview here. But Rosie, I was just going to say, I'm just so happy that you have your work in there because I've been so fond of all your work, and just to be able to show it like this is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. You know I've followed you. I've followed you into shows for better or for worse.
The women's show.
Yes, that was a show where we got to know other artists because there were so few people at that show that we actually got to know one another very well, right?
Yep.
So tell me, how is the art community different where you are than it was here in Florida?
Well, I sort of got lucky and got into Appalachian University and the Church and Museum here, and it's just opened up major doors. And I'm going on the Art Council, and so I'm getting my name around easier than it was in Florida. Not that with all my galleries and all that stuff, people knew who I was, but here it's a little different, and they haven't seen work like this before, so it's kind of
That's probably true.
Yeah. So I'm thrilled, and it's been the last 6 months have been a little bit rough, but now I'm really ready to settle in. So yeah,
Great.
I'm happy.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, good. We're ready
And
for
the
you to settle
women,
in.
The art. As the question was about the arts here, it's just really different, and it's a smaller town. Remember when Boca was small? It's like that's here. Everybody knows everybody. So it's sweet, really.
There are different places, different stores where you can place some of this beautiful art.
Yes, a lot of galleries, and Blowing Rock has a beautiful town, which they have lots of gift shops and stuff, so I can maybe get my wood pieces in there. That's why I'm looking for help, because it's really hard to multitask at this stage and move things. It's really rough.
Absolutely.
Amy, is Boone up there nice?
Oh yeah, well I'm really on the edge of Boone. That's where we live.
Because
It's
I have
beautiful.
a family member that he just bought his second piece of property with a house on it. And he tells
Oh,
me that
really?
they're selling property in Boone. Is that true?
Oh sure, everywhere. There's
Boone
lots
is
of land
great.
left.
Yes, a lot of land. And he says that he may buy another. And he wants actually for me to go up there and take a look because apparently it's like that movie that I saw where they have all the cows and everything else out there.
Boone is beautiful. Boone and Blowing Rock are great. North Carolina is nothing like it. When you go, you want to stay because
Right.
it's
Oh, yeah,
like
you get,
yes.
yeah, you get a bite or something, and you can't get rid of it in your system. It's just really strange. But Ron and I just joined this club, and it's a dining club, and there's only 100 members, and it's really very sophisticated and different. So we have a place to go hang out at a bar, and we want the GABA. I forgot to bring it last Friday night, but I'm going to bring it to them this week. They're very into it, and they said they could get it if they want to.
Perfect.
I don't have to maybe not go through the channels. So that's going to be fun this weekend.
Excellent.
That'll be nice. So what's next, Rosie, for you to paint?
That's a good question because I went into my art room this morning and I thought about what's next.
Do you have a plan with what you're going to do?
I have a book that I pull out of magazine pictures, any inspiration that I get, photographs that I've taken. And so I sort of, lay them out on the table. And a lot of times I incorporate. So I'll have let's say a photograph of a couple. But then I have another scene of a street scene. So I put them in the street scene. So I need to draw it out, think of the colors. I do plan it out. But I've been more into the fun stuff, less realism, more, I don't know, whimsical. And when I looked at my oldest paintings, when I first started painting, they were all whimsical. So I feel like I'm sort of going back to that.
Like these?
Like that, yeah.
Maybe
And the
because you're
painting-
happy.
Well, yes, I describe myself as a happy artist.
Amy, do you have a plan what you're going to paint next?
I do the same thing, but I get ideas, but it never comes out the way I started.
I gotta love Amy.
I know, I do know what you mean because I have played with abstracted paintings and I never know where it's going. You know, the type of art like this, I sort of have a plan, and like that, I know where I want it to go. But when I played with abstract painting, and I had fun, I really enjoyed doing it, I had no clue where it was going.
I love the sunflower. I think it's so timely and so poignant to everything that we're going through. And Amy, this piece that Freddie has behind him, I don't even want to tell you because you're going to take it. But it reminds me of a mansion in North Carolina or the South. Now you say it was from a picture of like your house. It looks like a white 2-story house to me or 3-story house.
Yes, I did that a while back, and it always reminded me of the White House or something.
Yes.
But it was way back before I knew how to do trees. But,
Amy, it's
I
perfect.
had that in my bedroom because it was just something warm about it.
It's such a great,
Everybody talks about
piece,
this.
and I wonder if you could hang that outside. I guess maybe not outside, but it's such a beautiful piece, and it's warm, it's romantic. Your pieces have always a different feel. Every single piece has a different feel.
That's true.
Right? All of Amy's work is depending on the mind of Amy, I know.
Now, do we have any outside pieces? Because I remember, Amy,
Yes,
you left
we
some
have 2.
outside pieces.
We've got
but
one.
we can't put them in the sun, right?
Yeah, they have the stuff on it.
There's
I don't
resin. There's
think
one
anything
behind the
will bother it.
soundboard, and there's one up there.
But I thought we couldn't put them in the sun because I wanted to put them outside. Can I put them outside?
Yeah, I'm putting mine outside.
Okay, so I can put the 2 that we have that you told me were outside, they can go outside?
Yeah.
Okay, when you come down, you're gonna see them outside. I'm also moving this one into Studio A and taking down the one in the middle.
I love this
Because
piece.
this piece everybody loves, so I wanna highlight it a little
good.
bit more.
The one that looks like the White House, it definitely reminds me of a southern plantation, an old mansion, I mean, whatever people want to call it, but I just think it's got this romantic feel to it.
I love moving stuff around. I love the
Oh, me
wall
too.
over there. I love when it moves around and people come in and they say, every time I come in here, there's something else. All I'm doing is moving pieces around.
You just see it differently.
You just see it differently, yes, correct.
And that's
Yeah,
the
you still
beautiful
have
thing.
all the metal pieces too up there.
The metal pieces I have, they cannot go outside though, right?
No.
Okay.
Those are fantastic pieces also. So you saw the ad at 20% off Merch Madness,
Oh,
March
I loved
Madness.
It. I loved it.
Of
I'll have to
Amy's
keep
pieces? Yes.
I'll keep putting it in.
Perfect. Keep putting that out. And Jay's pieces, we tell everyone, let's just get some new art into your homes because it makes such a difference.
Totally. I can't imagine living in a home without art.
Well, you saw my house. I sent you a picture of where you're. I have artwork. The beautiful thing about moving is I've been able to buy pieces of art from every artist in here in my house. I've got some of Jay's colored pencil. I've got your big one over my door. I've got Rosie's. I even have one from Mary that hangs in my hallway. And Chuck now says to me, "You're not going to buy any more art, are you?" I said, "Yes, that piece, that wall up there. But now I think I'm going to hire a faux painter to make it look like a brick wall." I feel like every guest we have in here, I hire to do something in the house.
The piece you have
that's
over
great.
the door that belongs to Amy, that was really dramatical. When I saw the picture, I went, "Wow!"
Yep.
like
It's a
puts you
big
right
piece
into the
over my
room.
door, right?
I didn't see that one.
I'll send you a picture. And
But
my
I did
had
tell
it,
her
we
her
had it
house.
over there, and she took it.
And Stacy Mandel made me some pieces when she started painting again.
Okay.
And to thank me, so I have one of her pieces. So it's been this great collection of these wonderful artists that we have here. So I have like a little mini gallery at my house of all of my artists. And I feel like this is, we talk about, are you happy in a transition point in your life? I feel like now that I have our home here, I transition it into my house. And it's like this great feeling of knowing that at this point in my life, as I get older, I take all of you with me as I get older. And I love, it's an amazing feeling to have.
Well, you enjoy it more.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Because I know you all, right? So I know this is Rosie's and this is Amy and this is this point in my life that I have the opportunity and the privilege to have in my house.
Well, it's nice because, and then we have the Bacons that come in and they dress up the set.
Yep.
And it looks good with the art, and it's raining art everywhere. And I get to move it around, whether it's 3D art, black and white, with a little splash to it. Amy's pieces have always, Amy's been with us since the very beginning, that this mess began. And, you know, I mean, you just have to tip your hat and say, boy, you know, artists. I remember when we were in Del Rey, I used to talk to Amy a lot, and she was always in the front in the corner. And I used to watch her energy, man, and there was nothing like it. She was like a chained animal, and she needed to explode. And when she did, man, she can bring it. She has that whole artistic. I wish that Amy would meet Susan from yesterday.
Yes.
Because she says you are a painter, but you're a businesswoman first. And that's what she teaches people to do. And I think that that's...
I should talk to her because
I
I'm a
wanna
painter
do a seminar for
first.
the artists and let her talk to all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I would
is
love
one.
that.
She's one tough chick. I'm gonna tell you. She's no nonsense. She has a story she'll tell you when you meet her, but she will tell you you have to be business first, and then
Pay
you sell your
yourself
art.
first is what she says. You saw, I don't even do that, right?
I don't know, a transition happened in my life because when my husband met me, I was working 7 days a week. I had 3 different jobs.
Wow.
And he said, when are we going to spend any time? And he was a workaholic. He said, we're never going to spend any time together. So at that stage, early 30s, I was very entrepreneurial. I'm different now. I feel like I'm painting, and when someone buys a painting from me, I'm thrilled. But it's the joy of painting, not the monetary payment that gives me the happiness. Does that
I
make
agree.
sense? Right? Thank God I'm
I
not
agree.
supporting a family. I'm not paying off the mortgage. I mean, it's different than when you're in your early 30s. And,
Oh,
you know, your career is important. You have to work. But I think I have the luxury now to do what I want.
earned
And
it.
you know, it pays for my art supplies. It pays for me to take workshops. It pays for me to go on art trips and stuff. But
It's so different. And when we have Eileen on Friday, we talked to her for years about ROI. Because she, again, is a little bit older than I am. Different point of your life, what's the ROI of having her show? Is it bringing in the money or the sponsors? No, but every week someone writes into her and says, you've changed my life. I follow you, and this is how motivated I am, and this is what I'm going to do next, and can I come and watch your show? So I think for any of us in this transition, if you can pay it forward and bring some joy to you and other people, that becomes your ROI.
Well, you can't measure in money or anything else. Some of the things that we get to see, the way this room, this building has changed people's lives. And I bring to point that real estate lady. This real estate lady saw us at the event up in the Movies of Del Rey. And she said to us, I want to take a picture with you guys because you guys have changed my life. Now, I didn't know what the hell she was talking about because I couldn't even remember who she was.
I don't think we had ever met her.
We met
She
her
followed
one
her,
time.
yeah.
One time. And she came in here. She was one of the ladies that I watched, Amy. She was watching your works. You weren't here yet. And she was watching the works of everything that was going on. This woman has become so successful that I've been asking for 3 months to come and visit, 4 months. She can't. She's so busy.
Wow.
Real estate has blown up for her. She's
Yeah.
in the $1 million round table now. She says, you can't believe what's going on. So she's going to share the story. But what you guys don't see is how you change and affect inspirationally people's lives. and they share it with us. And sometimes I don't even know how to say, you ain't gonna believe, like the guy crying, you're not gonna believe that this guy was saying it's raining emotion on him.
I love that.
How do you explain that?
Aren't you touched? That's wonderful.
And this is not a woman, this was a guy. And he'll be here
Right.
tomorrow. At 2 o'clock, he's coming back because he wants to talk.
It was so amazing because Spanish is his first language. So I don't even know how much of what we were saying he understood, but he sat down in the studio and watched our morning show. And then afterwards, you know how tight it is in Studio A from the table to the wall where your art always is? He says, can we take a picture? So Freddie and I come out from around the table to take a picture. And he says, no, back there. And I'm thinking, we have all of this space. But he wanted to be in that moment, in that setting, the way it was.
And he waited in the lobby.
Right,
He
there's
was
about this
watching.
much room.
I tripped over him.
Everyone was tripping back there.
And Lucky was sitting here, and all you could do was see this guy, and all he was doing was looking. And taking, he asked me, can I take pictures? I think he took 300 pictures.
Oh my goodness.
300 pictures.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
So you touch people's lives. Sometimes they don't even understand it. When Hillary was in here, she was talking about this last night. She watches a lot of people. Now she studies the mind and she watches people, especially on a Friday in here. And she says nobody wants to leave. You know what the Fridays are like.
I love the Fridays.
Nobody wants to leave.
So why is Friday different than any other day?
It's Gubba Day.
It's Gubba Day. We try to bring music in every Friday, start off everyone getting a little relaxed on a Friday as a nice way to start your weekend. And this Friday we actually have Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp coming in. And I even tried not to book it on a Friday, but they have a big event coming at Seminole Hard Rock on the 13th. So they're coming this Friday.
And we have
Rock
a
and Roll
singer.
Fantasy Camp.
We have a singer Friday. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And again, you know, Wayne moved on. Wayne got another job. He's moved up north towards Massachusetts. So Wayne is not here, but we're hoping to replace him with
Jackie or Brittany.
Or Brittany.
So we'll see what we got
Okay.
going on. Well, I hope Ron is feeling.
Yeah, Dawn, I got Ron hooked up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so he's going to join you and me.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
cute.
We're going to get your show back up and rolling.
Yep.
Good. We need it.
We need it.
Excellent.
Your studio looks fantastic. I have to ask you, behind you, next to your green flowers in the yellow frame, is that a new piece?
Green flowers. Green flowers and yellow frame. Where are we?
To the right or the left?
In the middle, it looks like, you see your flowers with the yellow frame?
Yeah, that's to the right.
What's next to it?
No, that's an old piece. That's an old piece, but yeah.
What's next to it?
Oh, TV.
Oh, I'm like, that doesn't look familiar. It's because it's a TV. Okay.
It's a painting of a TV.
It's a painting. I'm like, what is that? A painting of? It's your TV.
Yeah, Jack and Diane.
That's what it's looking like. Okay. You look fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Your studio looks amazing. We miss you. Rosie misses you.
I do.
And Rosie, say hello to Deborah.
I will.
But we'll see you in a couple weeks. Send our
I
best
hope
to
to
Ron.
see you when you come in. Take care.
Okay, for sure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Rosie, thank you so much.
Oh, it's my
This
pleasure.
picture next to you, I don't know if you've ever connected with, Amy has me connecting with Ken Bieberman. I haven't called him. For Prince, I think that picture next to you, I want to connect you with the artist we had in here yesterday who left the Remnant book. Because part of what she does as an artist, she's an interior design painter by day. She has faux painting and murals. But she's done this whole genealogy project where she's half Ukrainian. Her other half, they moved to Alabama and found out somewhere on her mother's side linkage, they are connected to the African American side in Alabama. And so they're doing this whole genealogy trace, and she's got some artwork where it's all white women, and then she's got artwork where it's all African American women. And these two pieces, I don't know if you saw it, the yarn ties these two pieces together. So I would love to send a picture of you and this picture to her and introduce you, lady. She's down in Fort Lauderdale. Because I think it really makes a statement both ways.
Sounds great.
Right? Just making the connection of
Sure.
acceptance That piece
Sure.
is powerful,
Most certainly is.
right? All your pieces are lovely, but that one I think makes a statement that I'm going to introduce you. Her name is Natalia Kochek. So I will make that introduction.
Yeah, I was quite emotional when I painted that. It was the whole Black Lives Matter, and there was discord and, ugliness, and I just felt this is like a silver lining painting.
Yep.
Like it doesn't have to be that way.
It's amazing with all the stuff that's going on right now in our legislature and what they can and can't say and teach kids about. Again, I think this is a powerful message. So more to come. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Nice job, everyone. All right, we're going to wrap up our Wednesday show. We continued with the ladies in the arts and business, Coley's Crumbs, a great brunch hour. It's National Meatball Day, and yes, National Panic Day. You panicked?
No.
I'm too tired to panic.
I'm soothing and I'm very tranquil. I had soothing food.
Is that what it is? We're very tranquil here.
I had soothing food.
Nathan, it's National Panic Day.
Have a great
Don't
day,
even wanna
everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.